So ADA currently finds itself on an uptrend, and this is following this move to the downside where I was tracking a WXY structure. And I mentioned in my previous video that it was possible that this WXY structure was complete despite the Y wave not reaching the typical requirements, which is anywhere between 1 to 1.236 of the W wave. And so this region sits between 69.68 cents to 70.63 cents. And of course, I did break down the internal structure within this Y wave made up of a WXY structure, and that structure met the requirements. And so once again, it's possible that this structure is complete, and we are now within this wave 3 to the upside. And here you can actually see that we ended up reaching past this level here, which is the wave X or the wave Y origin. And so we ended up reaching past that region or that level a couple of times. And so it's possible that we are once again within this wave 3 to the upside. And so what I'll do is I'll break down what's actually taking place within this recent move to the upside. And here you can actually see that we are trading above the 50 EMA, and we've managed to find support at that level. And so, of course, that's a bullish signal. And so what I'll do is I'll go on a 5-minute chart and check to see what's actually taking place right now. And so we do have some zigzaggy patterns. And so it's possible that what we are forming is, of course, a WXY structure or a leading diagonal. I'm leaning more towards a leading diagonal. And so what I'll do is I'll draw in the upper trend line and bring this to over here. And then I'll draw in the lower trend line to over here. And so essentially what I'm looking at for is a 5-wave move, which looks to be the case where this was the wave 1, this was wave 2, a wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5. And then we had a WXY structure that formed within this corrective move to the downside. And then it looks like we're now on an uptrend, given the fact that we ended up reaching past this level at 74.57 cents. And so, yeah, it's possible that we are now within a wave 3. So if I draw that in, so this leading diagonal formed the wave 1. And then we had this move to the downside to complete the wave 2. So it looks like we are now within a wave 3. And then we see a wave 4 and 5 that will also play out. And so this wave 3 will be a 1.618 retracement of the wave 1. So if I bring in the Fib tool, and let me just bring this to the right position, which is this level here. And in fact, that's the wrong level. So it's this level at 74.57 cents, and then we've got wave 2 at 71.14 cents. So that wave 3 could reach this level here at 75.93 cents. And so, of course, we've not reached this level yet. And so it looks like we're still within this wave 3. And what we are forming within this wave 3 is a 5-wave move, where we had this move to the upside, which looks to be made up of 5 waves, where we had a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we had this corrective move to the downside, made up of a WXY structure to complete wave 2. And so it looks like we are now within a wave 3. And then we see a wave 4 and 5 that plays out to then complete this third wave. And so what I do is I'll set the target for this wave 3. So in fact, if I mark this level at 75.93 cents, just so I know that this is the 1.618 level. And then let me remove this Fib tool. So the 1.618 level sits at 77.76 cents, and that would then form the wave 3. So if I draw this out, this will be the wave 1, wave 2, and then the wave 3 will reach this level here. And then we see a wave 4 and 5 to then complete this third wave. And then we see the wave 4 and 5 that will also play out on a macro level. And so it looks like we're now within this wave 3, which is also made up of 5 waves. So if I remove this Fib tool, so yeah, here you can see that we ended up having a wave 1, a wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and a wave 5. And then it looks like we had a WXY structure where that Y wave ended up truncating. And we're now within this wave 3. And of course, you can see just how bullish we've been in the last few minutes, given that I'm on a 5-minute chart. And so, yeah, things are looking healthy as things stand at the moment. What I do is actually set this wave 3 target as well, where we ended up reaching 73.28 cents. And so that 1.69 level sits at 78.59 cents. And so you can see just how bullish we are, given the fact that the initial target was this level here at 75.93 cents, and we have the potential to go even higher towards this level here just to complete the wave 3, and then we see that wave 4 and 5 play out also. And so yeah, things are looking healthy as things are at the moment, despite the corrective move that we witnessed over the past couple of days, where we've seen this move to the downside, where we ended up reaching around 70 cents. And yeah, given the fact that we are trading above the 50 MA, is a bullish signal. And if I go in the 4-hour chart, you can also see that the bulls still have the momentum. And so I am still looking at for a continuation to the upside, where we then breach past this level here, which is indicated by Smart Money Concept as having a weak high. And that level sits at 77.74 cents. And again, we then see that push to the upside, where we then complete this 5-wave move. And then shortly after, I will be looking at for that retracement to the downside. And so yeah, that's just my update on Cardano ADA. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit that like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.